What's up, you big babies? Have you ever watched the show Friends? It's a show in which six friends often clap each other's cheeks, and every now and again someone gives someone else the Glizzy Glock 3000.
You gotta give him that hot too and spit all that night.
Now, that show is one of the coolest shows ever. It is one of my favorite sitcoms, and I feel like everybody who has watched it has had a crush on one of the six friends. Maybe even more than one. I know my personal crush was Monica. I don't know why, it just was. But I know a lot of people who crushed on Rachel. And I gotta say, I can see that. I completely understand other people who have done it. But what I can't understand is an old man who thinks that Jennifer Aniston, the person who plays Rachel Green, is really messaging him because she loves him. Can we leave the Delulu at home, people? Are we really back on this? Hey, what's up, big babies? I've got something special for you all. Have you ever wanted to rock a piece that is as unique as you are? Well, let me introduce you to my new obsession, Holzkern. Holzkern makes these incredible watches and jewelry from natural materials. Every piece is one of a kind, just like you and me. And get this, they offer free express worldwide shipping from Vienna, so you get your gear in just a few days. Plus, Holzkern is serious about quality. They've got a 24-month warranty on all watches, bandlets, and jewelry, and a 25-day money-back guarantee. Their products are made in small quantities and therefore sell out really quickly. And since they use FSC certified wood, you can rock your styling knowing it's eco-friendly. No deforestation here. And the best part? Use my code 16leo to get 10% off your purchase site-wide. Just click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen. Holzkern is the answer to your unique style needs. Okay, homies, what are you waiting for? Get yourself something special from Holzkern, and let's rock summer with style. Big thanks to Holzkern for sponsoring this video. Stay unique, stay healthy, and stay awesome. I found another episode of Scamfish in which this dude decides that he is going to throw all of his sanity out of the window, and he thinks that Jennifer Aniston is really messaging him and trying to be in love with him. And it's bad because, like, in certain cases you'd think like, okay, Johnny Depp, not everyone knows him. But the show Friends is ubiquitous. It feels like it's been on every TV at any given point in time. If you're above the age of like, what, 12? You probably have heard of the show. So it feels silly that this dude would think that this could happen. But here we are. And I know what you're gonna say when you watch the video. You might think he's a likable guy, but old, doesn't understand technology. But I'm telling you, there's a twist at the end of this that's gonna make you not like him so much. So I hope you stick around. And while you're sticking around, if you'd like to follow me, please do at Leo on my Instagram. That way you can give me ideas for the next video. And also subscribe. Okay. Why couldn't he love Joey?
My name is Steve, and I'm 65 years old. I live in Flowood, Mississippi.
Do you see what I mean? We got some problems here. Steve, firstly, your last name is a profanity because they bleeped it. Steve Bitch over here is 65 years old. That's a bit old. I mean, when Friends came out, he was like 40. So it somehow seems predatory, even though that's not the part of this that we should be worried about. But all right, Steve is 65 and falling in love with TV characters. All right, okay.
I'm employed as a physical therapist, have been for 38 years. Got married when I was 28 years old, stayed married for 21 years, got divorced in 2004.
Damn, that's when Friends ended. What a coincidence. You got divorced the same year Rachel Green got off the air? Maybe she went off the TV and into your life. I think he knew. He was like, as soon as Friends ends, so do we, honey.
Have enjoyed being single. I was raising a daughter on my own, so that was a challenging thing to do.
All right, so Steve, he's got a nice smile. He's a PT or something like that. You know, he cracks people's back. He wants to blow one of the friends' backs out. Wrong pause, I know. And he's raising a daughter, and also subsequently trying to have one with someone else. So this is good. Steve looks like a happy-go-lucky person. He doesn't seem like someone who's bad. He might just be someone who's caught up in a romance scam. But let's check it out.
Steve's online journey didn't start on a dating app. He got in contact with his favorite celebrity through Instagram.
One night I happened to be on Instagram. The message popped up, from Jennifer Aniston, basically kind of just saying hi.
Okay, so he's on Instagram. He's 65 years old. Have you guys seen Facebook? After you get to the age of 40, apparently everyone on Facebook feels the need to connect with each other, and they feel the need to express details about their life that nobody wants to know about on Facebook. I'm not sure what it is about Facebook that makes old people attracted to it, but they divulge information they really shouldn't. I'm pretty sure I've seen credit card numbers I didn't need to see there. Old grandmas saying inappropriate things. It's pretty bad. Old people and technology is not good, and I know this because I have parents and they make it seem like they're cavemen sometimes. I love them. I love my parents, but oh my God, I can only imagine what Steve here is doing with the phone. I think he was just trying to look up pornos and then managed to find Instagram and thought that was it. So I don't know. But apparently Jennifer Aniston saw him. She has, I don't know, millions of followers. He followed her and she was like, my God, it's Steve Bitch. I cannot wait to talk to you.
You are the chosen one!
She even says it's Jen. She's like, not even, I'm Jennifer Aniston. Hey, it's Jenna. It's Jenny from the block. I've been waiting for you, Steve. What are you up to tonight? Damn, I thought you just met this girl.
She said that there was something that she did quite often, reach to fans, to don't be surprised by it, just talk to her like I would talk to anybody else.
Okay, so, I mean, maybe, you know, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who's trying to comprehend this technology. You're just going and you're trying to message people. You see someone and you're like, oh, wow. And then they message you. And he even says that the blue tick was the verified tick was there. So there's like a lot of question marks because it has to be real Jennifer Aniston if the tick is there, right? Something like that.
I'd seen a number of her movies, felt like she was just, born to be an actor. I called her a generational talent.
I mean, that's I think that's okay. It's a little bit of a stretch. It's she's not Daniel Day-Lewis, but she's got an ass that you like, I guess. So I guess you could just throw that out there.
I aspire to greatness myself and really push myself to maximum limits, and I felt like that we had that in common.
That's good. He strives to be the best. She winks at him, says, then we will get along. That's how you know you're talking to a real, like you're talking to one of the baddies. Then we will get along. You strive to be the best and I do as well. Wink.
5'6", 115 pounds.
Why do you know her weight, dude? Where did that come from? This is what happens when you're old and you say marginally creepy things, it gets personified. It's like way more creepy.
You got a pretty mouth.
Why do you know her height? I guess that's easier to look up, but like her weight? Really? Oh.
Brown hair, blue eyes.
They look green. I thought her eyes were green the whole time. Oh, damn, he knows her better than me. Her eyes look green in that picture though, don't they? They don't look blue at all. One second, I need to see something. Huh, this guy's right.
Brown hair.
What color is a carrot?
I don't know about carrots. I don't know nothing about that.
This guy could be a detective if he ever gets done with the creepy agency that he's in.
I would say is, your ideal profile for a female figure. We share in the love of keeping our bodies in good physical condition.
I know, I read these comments all the time when I watch videos like this. People say that the delusion must be unreal because so often we see guys say things like, I need someone who needs to be in touch with their physical self. They need to really take care of their body. Have a six-pack. I have a six-pack of beer every morning. It's always like this thing where it's like, okay, there is an amount of delusion. And of course there is, because we're sitting here talking about a guy who just one day woke up and decided, I'm going to fall in love with Jennifer Aniston and she will fall back in love with me. Jennifer Aniston, married to Brad Pitt, but now wants Steve Bitch. Okay.
Steve was so excited to be contacted by a celebrity crush. The next morning, he sent her a text to continue the conversation.
So then the next day he treats her like she's a coma patient or someone with amnesia. He says, hi, this is Steve. Do you remember we were talking yesterday? I love that. You know how creepy it would sound if you date someone and then you wake up and the next day they say that? That sounds like the most creepy shit ever. Okay, Steve Bull Cosby over here? Don't say it like that.
I actually got back a voice recording.
Oh my God, and she doesn't remember. So she did pop a Zanny or something. God, wow, Jennifer.
I actually got back a voice recording that sounded like her, and it was very rude and ugly. As she said,
hello, who the hell are you, and how did you get my private contact?
All right. I mean, you know what? This is what's going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I didn't think it would happen to people who were 65. I thought the 90-year-old grandmas, they're going to blow their granny panties off by hearing people and think like, I cannot believe Kevin Hart said that. You know, you could fool the old grannies. Did AI on my grandma yet again. She had a heart attack because she thought Freddie Mercury was back.
Show me to me, please.
Clearly, this is an AI voice of Jennifer Aniston, and he is like, man, she is pissed off at me. I know it's gonna get harder for people to tell what's real and what's fake, but I would hope that you know at this point what a robot sounds like. AI is not super advanced yet, but this dude got bamboozled. Damn. I don't even know if I should blame him for that.
I messaged back and said, needn't worry, I won't be bothering you anymore.
So she was really mean to him for some reason, and he started talking like the King's English. You needn't worry, I shan't be bothering you anymore, Jennifer. I'm so sorry that I ever did, you absolute skank.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
She did follow back up and said that, oh, you're Steve then.
Duh. She thought he was Steve Jobs. She was like, you again. And then she was like, oh, Steve bitch. My favorite one.
Steve was a little shocked when he received the voice message, but this made him believe that it truly was her even more. The two continued conversations over the next few weeks, and the conversations got deeper.
So somehow, I don't know what happened, but the voice message was like for him to get away, but he didn't leave her because once he knew it was Jennifer Aniston, he was not letting go of that. And then it started getting romantic. I feel like the scammer, for some reason, was like, here's your opportunity to leave. And since he kept coming back, the scammer was like, all right, I'll take your money. Okay, boomer, give me your money, I guess.
She began to warm up as, time went on. We began to correspond on a daily basis.
I like that. I corresponded with my bitch. Am I dating? Am I going on a date with her? No. I am inhaling food with a lady friend. Later, we will share the same sleep chambers. Okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm corresponding with this baddie.
I had asked about video chatting and that sort of thing.
Ah, of course. The pivotal moment when everyone lets their delusion get to the next level. Can we video chat? And of course, because the person is not real, they'll make up some excuse. And for whatever reason, the delusional people believe the excuses, no matter what it is. And they do it for a long time. Like, I can imagine if you say, no, not today. All right, but not next week, not the week after. It's been months, Jennifer Aniston.
The response that I would get was that that's not allowed. Her management won't allow it.
That's how that works. That's exactly. Management owns Jennifer Aniston, the person. Rachel Green is free to do whatever she wants, but she doesn't exist. But Jennifer Aniston is owned by management. Warner Brothers owns her. She can't even breathe without Warner Brothers taking 2 cents of her oxygen. That's how that works, Steve. I'm sure a 65-year-old man like you would know that.
Who are you who are so wise in the ways of science?
The relationship that we've developed, that's what I've desired for forever.
Yeah, there it is. I've been waiting for a man like you, Steven. Steve bitch. Ross was just someone I was married to and had a baby with. But you, Steve bitch, I love you.
Said that she felt like we had a good enough relationship that we ought to be getting more serious in our conversations. We were conversing about it at the time.
Oh, wow. She really wanted to get serious. That's what she meant by getting serious. What's the capital of Ohio? If you don't know that, then you can't be serious. I didn't know this was what getting serious means. Like, get serious, Steve. We need to know trivia. Otherwise, we're going to be a really bad couple. They're going to laugh at us, and I'm not going to want you anymore.
I was responding to something that she had asked me, and she had interjected just like in the middle of a conversation, I love you. So she said, oh, you didn't say it back.
Yeah, so after he correctly identified Cincinnati, she decided she does love him. And now they're in love because he knew what Ohio was. He knew Ohio, basically.
Ohio.
I said, well, I love Jennifer Aniston, all in caps. She sent back a face with hearts on it.
She didn't send back a face. That's her DP. Dude. Every time I text her, she sends me back an image. It's the same one. I don't know if she's just taking it every time or what. Should I call for help? Hello, Jennifer Aniston stuck in her phone or in my phone. Can you get her out of a phone? How do people get stuck in phones? This is why we have phone booths.
I was always in a fantasy love with her, and then to actually validate me as being attractive, being desired and worthy.
Wow, I love you. You are so sexy. Oh, and talented. He's sexy and talented and smart. He's all of those things.
Yeah.
Anybody who would be associated with Jennifer Aniston would have to somebody that's extraordinary.
Right. Okay. So she thinks he's really smart and sexy and funny because he knows about Ohio. It's the secret that everybody in America doesn't know about. But he also correctly identifies that you have to be someone who's not just like a normal sort of like everyday person to date a celebrity. And you know, whether that's good or bad is debatable, but it's sort of true. It's very hard to be just a normal person walking the streets and be like, Jen, and then she just attracts herself to you. You're not a magnet. But then he likens it to playing the lotto, and he's like, look, man, everyone has a chance to date Jennifer Aniston. You scratch and maybe you'll win. And I guess he's not wrong, but it's a very weird way to think about dating someone, I would say.
She might be the forbidden fruit for a lot of folks that wouldn't even try. So, I mean, it's like the lottery. You're not going to win the lottery unless you play it, but I consider to be the ideal date.
All right, so I guess he won the lotto. Steve bitch decided one day if he liked enough of Jennifer Aniston's pictures, she would then be attracted to him. And sure enough, his plan worked. And now he's telling her about the first date he would take her on. And this is what a first date for a 65-year-old Casanova looks like. First, I would take you to a park. Steve, we just had this conversation about how you need to be an extraordinary person, okay? The park is a public place. You get all sorts of people there. You get dogs there. I'm pretty sure you get cats that are lost there. Steven, I'm not saying the park is not the coolest shit, but like, it's Jennifer Aniston. She lived in Central Park for a long time, brother.
Hold hands and, just enjoy the scenery.
Wow, this is sounding like a splendid date for a 5-year-old, dude.
And then going to a rooftop bar, having drinks, then going on a drive on Mulholland Drive.
Well, that escalated extremely quickly. Park, rooftop bar for drinks. Can't just be a bar. He has to be at the top. He's on top. And then a drive down, specifically Mulholland Drive, like the movie.
And then going back to her house and just enjoying each other's company.
Back to her place? Steve, what kind of anti-riz are you working with? Let's take it back to your place, shorty. Yeah, drinks are on you and so is the food, because I know you made that friend's money. Yeah, you pay for everything and also take me back to your place. I want to use your bed and your toilet. I need to shit. Oops, said that too loud. That was an internal thought. And I guess this whole fucking conversation and basically this whole dream is an internal thought. But anyway, let's roll with it.
She sent me a Google invitation to her birthday party.
As you do when you're famous and want to invite people to parties. I'm waiting on Steven Spielberg to send me that Jurassic Park invitation. It's hard, man. I think Google has lost they keep losing Steven Spielberg's Gmail email to me. The Google Drive link, the NDA link. Man, T-Rexes are real. Do you feel? And it's called Lola V Bliss. I just want to read this because it has some spelling errors, which I just find funny. How could you not think this was a little fake? We're all excited for the queen to rock her new age. What? She's been amazing this past year. What? You've been chosen to be a part of this year's private celebrations. Damn. They're having more than one at this party? Crazy. NB, no bitches. I guess Steve bitch can't be there. This is a private invitation. If given to you to full, do not share to other individuals, as a ticket won't be given to such person and hence you forfeit your ticket. Does that sound like anybody who would know Jennifer Aniston? Does that really? Okay. All right, dude. Okay.
So I was good with that, and then began to make plans for attending her birthday event. I actually went to Men's Warehouse and was fitted for a tux.
You know what? I don't even know if I've seen like cards to a surprise birthday party. That's a new thing as well for me. Surprise birthday party. And they give out cards. That's really leaving breadcrumbs, isn't it? But anyway, this guy decides he's gonna get a white tux. He really wants to stand out. He's a pick-me 65-year-old man. That's different.
That we had both looked at and agreed that would be a good one to wear.
Okay, well, it's a surprise birthday party, so you gave that away, you fuck.
This isn't your first surprise party, is it, sir?
Hey, what am I wearing to your surprise birthday party? Oh, wear white. And then act surprised. Just pretend. I'm good at acting. Hopefully you are too.
because she was going to wear all white, and she initially said she wanted me to wear all white.
Who is going to be surprised at this party? Maybe the host? The person who has to pay for the bowl? That's the most shocking. Me? I can't afford that.
And I said, don't you think that's going to kind of take away and distract from you being in all white in your angelic appearance?
Nice. I like that. Angelic appearance. You're kissing all sorts of ass right there. Also, I hate to say it, but you think this man has a... He's like, I could bring the all-white suit I have. I mean, it's not really a suit so much as it is a robe. I haven't worn that in a while, but no? All right, I'm just saying.
So I'd actually gone and paid for a rental. Things started to snowball with the birthday invitation.
I just noticed it's like halfway through the video. He sounds like a guy who has a cold. I was trying to place it the whole time. He just talks like his nose is really kind of stuffed up. Doesn't sound like it's too good. Kind of like that.
Her talent manager messaged me covering questions, airplane flights and who was going to pay for what. Part of the plan was to make a donation to her foundation, which I'd made a $500 donation to.
That'll help. Hey man, it all counts. I'm not saying this to be facetious or mean in any way, but conceivably, do you think Jennifer Aniston and her friends would put in more than $500? Probably, right? So you're not looking at this like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be really mad if I don't make this donation. You could just maybe not be delusional right here. If a manager reaches out to you after X amount of time to talk about flights and things which you weren't talking about before. Okay, it's a two-person scam now.
And she said that she would put an additional $500 with it.
Damn, she's a dope manager. I'll tell you what, we split the cost of the trip with you. Dude, that's amazing.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations.
That's a good manager right there. Jennifer Aniston's not paying for a damn thing. It's her birthday. You pay half, I'll pay half. So she can see her present. You.
Because she wanted her man, as she put it, to not look cheap. The ticket to the event was also $300. So that was $800 that I had sent.
Imagine dating Jennifer Aniston and she asks you to pay $300 to go to her own birthday party. You just donated $500. You got a $100 tux. You paid half of the flight. Her manager paid for the other half. Now you have to pay $300 for a ticket? I seen Dave Chappelle live. It cost less than that. And he made me laugh till I cried. I mean, Jennifer Aniston's hilarious, but that funny? I don't... Okay, Steve.
I told her, I said, to be able to pull this off, I'm going to need significant help from her. The flight, the cost of the ticket, the donation, renting the tux was probably more than I'm going to be able to do on my own.
Now comes the serious part that this man is in his 60s and can't afford to rent a tuxedo. I know it's hilarious in theory, ha ha ha, but that's also the route that we're all heading down at this point, except that he was in a generation where you could buy a house for 10 cents. Now, if I look at a house, they charge me. I don't know what went wrong here, Steve, but maybe if Jennifer Aniston is asking you to live a life that you cannot afford physically or financially or even mentally, you probably are in too deep.
I would tell her that pride was one of my things that I have to check myself on quite frequently, and she said, that's not a big issue. She said, my father always said that pride was what makes a man.
There. Okay, so this man is he's embarrassed. He says he's sorry, but he has to, I need some help from you, Jennifer Aniston. She says, don't worry about it. And then she quotes her dad and says, my dad always said pride is what makes a man, which is amazing. And then she said, what did your dad say to you back in the ancient times? Because he probably made quotes that we listen to now. So
I would love to think that I've been talking to Jennifer Aniston.
Well, I'd love to think that the Backstreet Boys would perform in my room once and then. I would love to hear, I don't know who you are as long as you fuck me. Great song. I wish someone would get catfished by all members of a band. That would be funny. It would be really inappropriate. I think I'm being insensitive. But imagine every guy from the Backstreet Boys being like, I need money. That's a funny voice note.
She was going to announce at the party that I was going to be her new boyfriend.
I was going to be her new boyfriend. Why did he say it like that? She was going to announce at the party that I was going to be her new boyfriend.
I think I'm in love.
That was a huge shock to me, but certainly something that I would be on board with.
Old people have no problem using emojis inappropriately and incorrectly, but they don't understand anything else about like technology. Why? What's the connection with the emojis? They just see it, they're like, yes, I have to type less by doing this, or I have to use emojis. You don't have to.
You always have the hope and desire of, meeting your dream date or your dream girl. That's what has led me to be so persistent with it.
I hate that idea. I think there is maybe even a benefit to manifesting or like having standards or thinking I'm going to meet someone who I am capable of attracting and someone who I can keep. There's a very hard conversation to have because you have to ask yourself, what can I give? You see, this relationship is one-sided because one person is Jennifer Aniston and the other side is Steve Bitch. This dude may be a really nice person for all I know, but he doesn't necessarily have everything to offer that maybe she could want. That's sort of like a tough, unfair thing to say, but it would be like, the reason why just normal people don't usually get to date supermodels or maybe A-list actors or singers. It's sort of unfair, but it's kind of true. So you got to sort of ask yourself, what can I give and what can I want, and find like a reasonable balance. It's good to be delusional, but maybe not fully about love, because then you start being a stalker or get catfished. You don't want those.
Steve was all packed and planned to fly to Hollywood for the birthday party, but we told him it wasn't a good idea and to hold off on it.
So correctly and very wisely, Scamfish comes in and stops Steve before he goes to Hollywood, and his dreams are absolutely shattered.
Hey, Steve. My name is Brianne. I'm one of the search specialists that was working on your case. How's it going?
It's going good. Had a good day.
All right. So unnecessary information, but how you doing, Steve? Had a really good day. Didn't poop my pants today. How are you doing? How's the black guy? I'm sorry. Was that appropriate? Back in my day, that was okay to say. All right. Sorry about that, sir. So yeah, finally, Catfish gets in touch with Steve, and they sit him down and they look over all of the things that Jennifer Aniston has said. And they now break it down to Steve and let him know he is probably not dating Jennifer Aniston.
Actually, my daughter sent me the link to email you guys.
Your daughter sent you the link to email them? This is worse than I thought. He probably uses AOL.
Because I'm getting retirement age. So she didn't want me sending it, wasting money sent to these folks that...
Whoa, hold up. These folks, that implies that he's done this before. Can we get a check? Sometimes I feel like we need to verify some of these people. Like, they say things, they tend to obviously be a little bit embarrassed about what they're doing, but it's probably good to not withhold the truth from people like Scamfish people. So saying things like, my daughter doesn't want me to do this anymore. Have you been messaging the whole friends cast? Have you been trying to flirt with Ross?
What were some of the reasons that you had to believe that this could truly be Jennifer Aniston?
That's a real question that Drew had to ask. I am so impressed with how he doesn't crack up laughing after asking these questions. So hats off to you, bro.
When I first met Jennifer, I was fairly new to Instagram. My daughter made me aware of the blue tick that is on verified accounts.
So now Steve tells us about the thing that I talked about earlier, the verified accounts. Jennifer Aniston had a tick next to her name, and she was the one messaging on Instagram, which means it had to be Jennifer Aniston. So I've been wrong this whole time, and Steve Bitch is right. It pains me to say this, but it's the truth, guys.
And the reason that I thought that this messaging was legitimate because on the Telegram that I'd been messaging Jennifer on, it did have that blue tick.
And then the bombshell drops. He was lying to us the whole time. He has been saying he went on Instagram this whole time and now has been talking on Telegram. Telegram is what this motherfucker used to message people back in the day when he was rizzing them up. Are you kidding me? This is why he was attracted to the Telegram, because he used it his whole life. I don't know who uses Telegram. I'm sure some people do, but I don't. And apparently it's very easy to buy a verification tick there. I was genuinely shocked. I was like, is Jennifer Aniston trolling people? Nope, he was using Telegram.
For Telegram, you were able to pay a little bit extra by upgrading to their premium plan. And in doing so, they allow you access to add a blue check emoji to your profile.
That is really unfortunate. Like, I will say this dude has got dealt a bad hand. He learned from his daughter correctly that people need verification to be able to talk to you. Now, he's still Delulu. He's a little bit delusional, thinking that Jennifer Aniston was Jennifer Aniston, but he looked at the blue tick and said, it must be her. He heard the AI voice and said, it must be her. Sure, a real skeptic would say things like, why can't I see your face? And why do you need money from me, a 65-year-old man who's kind of broke? But we're not doing that. I'm giving him a little credit here.
As of today, she does not own a Telegram account.
And I thought I was being really careful by observing the blue check mark.
The sad part is it makes me feel like he's definitely done it before. If he's like, this time I thought I was careful. Last 2 times, it just said things like big titty. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Girl like that would go for someone like me. I must have been winning the lottery again. You know, it seems like he did this through trial and error. Like the first time it was just someone with no tick. At this time he was like, well, I am definitely not doing this again unless she has a tick next to her name, which is very sad. And we're not exploring that, but I think it's worth the deep dive.
So one of the things we would like to dive into is the voice memo that Jennifer Aniston sent you.
There's AI generators that...
Drew, you're going to have to tell him AI means artificial intelligence, and then you're going to have to say that means computers are doing this. That doesn't mean a computer told a computer to do this. That means someone who's trying to scam you and take your money told a computer to do this. That's probably going to be very hard for him. You know what, Drew? You did right there. Just say AI. He's going to think it's Allen Iverson who's doing this, and that's completely fine.
Allow you to pick whatever celebrity that you want, and they'll turn your voice into your favorite celebrity's voice. We did test out a few.
So then they do the thing where they sort of like break it down for the person, but they go a step further. They actually have Brie put her voice into the voice generator thing to come out sounding like Jennifer Aniston. And it's just gonna blow this dude's nuts off. Really, he's gonna be blown away.
Hello, who the hell are you and how did you get my private contact?
So that's actually Brie from our team. She took her own voice, said the same thing that Jennifer Aniston said, and created the same exact sound.
Kind of floors me and makes my kind of jaw drop open.
It is surprising. I mean, even on a good day, anyone could get fooled. I feel like with the right and this in the wrong hands, AI is really becoming a dangerous thing to tell what is fake and what isn't. That's a conversation that we should probably be having as a society. But right now, we have old men trying to get their old beepies into young ladies because they just don't know what to do with themselves and have married too early and don't know what love is and don't know how to take care of families. So we've got some issues we need to take care of before we can start with that. Wow, I'm gonna be the problem if I don't fix it.
That was a surprise.
Just to let you know, Steve, there's hundreds of free apps, paid for apps that you can download.
Drew, are you sponsored by AI? Why are you doing this? This dude's gonna start turning into a catfish. He's gonna be like, okay, well, since I can't get Jennifer Aniston, I'm gonna be Jennifer Aniston. Steve, I love you. And then he plays that back. You're creating a monster, Drew.
Well, that's very eye-opening to me. That I never considered that.
I didn't expect him to be that close, bro. He just cut to his face. He's like, oh, okay, this is my close-up. Where's it? Where's Jennifer? Where's Jen? Why?
I think it's educational for me in knowing that these things can be generated like that.
That's her name, Generated Aniston, because she's AI. Her name is Jennifer Maniston, because she's probably a dude from Nigeria. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you've been getting real sensual with a guy from Lagos, Nigeria. Probably.
Why exactly would this famous actress ever ask you for money?
She would send me a little bit of money, and then I would send a larger sum of money back to make the full amount of a plane fare.
This must be a new trick. I've only watched a few new episodes, and I think this is a new thing that scammers are doing where they actually send money, and it probably seems like it's a little bait and switch thing where it's like, I'll send you just an increment of money so you know it's real. You feel like, okay, I'm actually getting something back, and then in return, you send more money because you feel safe because you're actually getting the money for someone. Now, I think this would have left a paper trail. You would think so, but I don't know if he he's telling the truth or not. I don't know if he just saw a screenshot of $50 or he actually got it into his account without actually knowing. I'm not sure, but it could be the scammers actually finding new ways to bait people, or it could be old people just making up stories. I don't know. The older you get, the taller the tales, you know?
She would like pay for a day, and then she would want me to send.
Ah, yes, Jennifer Aniston, babe, full stop. We're going to get a room for you, please. I've sent money across to you for a night. Just pay for 2 nights. So I pay for one, you do another. So we know what's left is I get my money to you for a flight. Jennifer Aniston sounding a little primal, but didn't you say you were going to use credit cards for flight? Is that even possible? You never flown before, Jennifer Aniston? Okay.
Part of being a man and man enough to like send a little money, knowing that she didn't need the money, to show her that I was really on board and invested in her.
So this dude who cannot afford to go to her party or pay for the ticket or the tuxedo needs to be a man and pay for her, even though he admits and says she does not need the money. Someone come get their dad. Come on. Come on, Steve, you've had enough. Go home, Steve.
And one time she was in Hawaii on a vacation. She said that she would like for me to send her lunch money. I was sending her like $250.
What the hell is she eating for $250? Huh? Is Hawaii that expensive? She needs lunch money? What is she, your daughter? She probably could be with your age difference. I'm just saying. But no, seriously, Steve, what the what?
She was possibly looking for somebody who was going to be outside the movie or the industry itself.
Yeah. Dating Brad Pitt seems like it's a real tough gig. Probably take a Steve over a Brad any day. So I can see that. You kind of look like if Mark Wahlberg didn't pan out. So that's pretty good.
Let's talk about all the payments that you sent over to us. You had sent over screenshots of PayPal payments. There's even a crypto image in there as well.
God. Dude, you don't even know what AI is. Why are you using crypto? I have a dad, and he's not married. I have to confiscate his phone. Remind me to do that, guys.
So what we did is we took that wallet address and we looked at every single withdrawal, and it was all leading to this main Binance exchange wallet.
You said way too many words. He is listening to this the same way I listen to Gen Z people say things like baby Gronk and stuff. So it's the same thing. He's not comprehending. Just stop.
What that tells me is you're not the only person sending money to this wallet.
What's going on with Jennifer?
She would like to see me come to her birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, she's still doing the birthday party? Is this still the surprise birthday party? She's still inviting you to it? Okay, good. I'm glad. She's still turning 50. She's 54, by the way, so she's 4 years late on this. But okay, you know, it's fine. Everyone needs to have many 50ths.
Look, Steve, I have to be honest with you. This is not the real Jennifer Aniston that you're talking to.
Then who is it?
This is what we call a catfish.
I was getting that feeling. I'm disappointed
in Jennifer or yourself or catfish or a cat and a fish. The fact that a cat and a fish is not what catfish is. You think it's a cat with a fish's face or a fish with a cat's body. It's very disappointing when you think of it like that, yes.
I guess just the desire to be in some way associated with her, even though it's in a fake way, you get something out of that. It just kind of lifts your spirits.
That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry. There's where I drop my foot down. Look, everybody has a beautiful life. You don't have to necessarily meet a celebrity to think that your life is fulfilling and wonderful. You don't even have to associate yourself with anybody of fame. I love entertainment. I love films. But I think it would be really stupid to think that like people who do films are so much better or more entitled than other people who just work really hard every day. It feels like everyone is just trying to make it from day to day. Dude, if you're not waking up thinking I have a family, I have a daughter who loves me, I have been loved by a woman to be married for so long, I had a successful marriage for that amount of time, that's still a big dub. What are you doing, man? If Jennifer Aniston is the only thing that gets you up in the morning, unless you're her husband, that shouldn't be the thing that you say. I can't agree with it.
Huge chance you're talking to a 20-year-old male.
I'm talking to a 20-year-old person from Nigeria or
yeah, exactly, motherfucker. Drew just came out and said it. There's a big chance that this is a young man. He's not even just a man. He's like a young, strapping man too. Like he could probably take you. You know what I mean? Do you like men or no? No. Okay. The fact that he guessed Nigeria, again, I think he has been scammed before. Nobody just guesses that if you don't know. Unless he's watching Catfish being like, I'm not like them, right, Jennifer? Miss Aniston.
Generally, this person is not a part of the scam. They're what is known as a money mule. And in this case, you reaching out to us, potentially we can stop other scams down the line.
This is some gangsta music right now. This is like the end scene of a movie when the coach is like, get yourself together, man. Oh my God, Steve, get yourself together.
My daughter watches you guys and she loves y'all. Y'all are so kind. It's so helpful. And that's been my experience with y'all.
That's really cool. So Steve is going to promise that he does not see Jennifer Aniston anymore. And everything is going well until he drops this nugget of information that becomes the last. And he waited till the last minute to drop this. Turns out Steve has been hiding a secret, shall we say.
Here's the deal. And I'm hoping my girlfriend doesn't see this. But I've been dating a girl who's very, very nice. For 3 years. And
what the fuck, bro? Are you for real? It's not even like he's newly dating a girl. I newly found a girl on Tinder, Bumble, whatever. 3 years, Steve.
Have enjoyed being single.
No wonder your last name is bitch. I hope she doesn't see this. She had to be less tech savvy than you to not think that you're on this show. You're gonna be on the internet. I hope she watches me, because then she's gonna see this, Steve, and maybe she needs to. God damn it, Steve. He tried to cheat on his girlfriend with Jennifer Aniston and couldn't. So now he's going back to her. She should leave.
Everybody that I tell that I've been talking to Jennifer Aniston say, well, what are you gonna tell?
So everybody's been saying, what are you going to tell this amazing girl who you're dating currently, who loves you for you and doesn't care that you don't have this or that? What are you going to tell them? And he was going to say, I didn't think of that, but if Jennifer Aniston was real, I would have left her in a heartbeat. Even at 65, you can't trust guys.
I hadn't come up with the answer to that.
Your answer better not be you were playing the lottery. I know that.
And then he does a little laugh because Drew gives him a zinger at the end. And we find out that the IP address was Lagos, Nigeria. So I have 2 questions. I'll get to him in a second. One, I've asked this before, but I seriously, if you can tell me in the comments, I would love to know. And I'm dead serious when I ask this. What does Nigeria specifically know about scamming that the rest of Africa and consequently the world doesn't? Because 90% of scams come from Nigeria, not from Africa. Because I'm from South Africa. I'm part of Africa. But there's no scamming in South Africa. There's lots of shooting. That happens. There's no scamming. But in Nigeria, it's like everyone woke up and collectively was like, bro, American people are dumb and gullible and I need the money. Can someone actually explain to me how Nigeria became the hotspot for scamming? I would genuinely love to know. Please, please. Someone leave it below. And yes, of course, having a girlfriend for 3 years and then trying to date a celebrity is it's stupid at 16. So at 65, I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words at how he thought this was going to go down. I guess just not being happy in your choice of a partner can lead you down the wrong path. And the saddest thing in a true sense is being in your 60s and 70s still lusting after women. I really hope that if you're a guy watching this, you find peace and serenity within yourself and your soul so you don't have to chase after something that isn't yours. And as a girl, I hope you find a guy that could do that, because girls, by generally speaking, they just are better at that. Now, I'm not saying that's like for everyone, because I've seen a lot of girls on Catfish that are just as bad. But yeah, hopefully everyone by a certain age, if you guys are still watching me when we're all 60, hopefully we're not on the show. That's all I'm saying. That being said, that is the video. Friends is a great show that you can watch with your parents. But in future, just look at your parents while they're watching the show and see if they're trying to text any of the cast members. And if they are, swipe that phone away, because that's not what you want. That's my advice for you. Take care of yourselves. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.